والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده أما بعد. So yesterday we started this chapter in regards to the love that everyone as Muslims should have for one another, the support and love, kindness, generosity that Muslims should be for one another, not a means of hate or disgrace or dishonoring one another. This should not be in the akhlaq of a Muslim. And yesterday we went over some hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. In the first hadith we went over, and the Prophet ﷺ mentioned that we Muslims to one another were like a building, or like bricks that build up a building, and each brick supports the other brick. So for one another we are a means of support, we are a means of love, of kindness, and not a means of dishonoring or disgracing one another. The next few ahadith here have to do with the Prophet ﷺ's love for children. So the hadith here reported by Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he says, قَبَّلَ النَّبِيُّ صلى الله عليه وسلم الحسن بن علي رضي الله عنهما وعنده الأقرع بن حابس فقال الأقرع إن لي 10 من الولد ما قبلت منهم أحدا فنظر إليه رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال من لا يرحم لا يرحم متفق عليه. It's a very famous hadith. The Prophet ﷺ was once sitting with a companion by the name of Aqra' bin Habis radiallahu anhu. And the Prophet ﷺ had Hassan radiallahu anhu with him, the son of Ali radiallahu anhu, his grandson. And so the Prophet ﷺ out of love kissed Hassan radiallahu anhu. And Aqra' bin Habis, he found this to be very strange. And we can understand with different cultures, there's different feelings and emotions towards children. I remember once when we were studying in New York, there was a parent who would always scold his children very harshly. And you could actually tell on the faces of the children when they would come back to school or come back out of that room that their parents, scolded them very harshly. And so the teacher explained to the parent once that it's from the akhlaq of the Prophet ﷺ to love your children, to kiss your children. And so that parent said to my teacher, kiss my children, I haven't held it in my hands since he was 2 years old. And he said it's in our culture, we don't pick up our children after they become 2 years of age. The father, he doesn't pick up the children in their arms after 2 years of age. So with different cultures it's different. But the Prophet ﷺ here sets the record straight. And he said, the Aqra' says to the Prophet ﷺ, I have 10 children and I never kiss any of them. And so the Prophet ﷺ gave him a glance and said, Man la yarham la yurham. A person that doesn't have mercy, then mercy isn't shown upon him. In the next hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, it's almost the same scenario. A group of villagers came to the Prophet ﷺ, and they saw the Prophet ﷺ kissing Hassan and Hussein, his grandchildren, out of love and mercy. And so they asked the Prophet ﷺ, أَتُقَبِّلُونَ صُبْيَانَكُمْ? You kiss your children? And so the Prophet ﷺ said, yes, of course. ولكن والله ما نقبل فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أولا أملك إن كان الله نزع من قلوبكم الرحمة. They said, O Prophet of Allah, you kiss your children? And so the Prophet ﷺ said, of course, they're my children, out of love and compassion for them. And so the villagers, they said to the Prophet ﷺ, it's in our culture, we don't kiss children. We don't show them love through this avenue of kissing them. And so the Prophet ﷺ said, I have no power over your hearts. What can I do if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has snatched mercy out of your hearts? So it's a means of love and compassion that parents should show to their children. Very famous hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, Man la yarham nas la yarhamahumullah. A person who doesn't love people or show them rahmah, mercy, compassion, the same way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deals with them, doesn't show them mercy, love and compassion. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to instill within us, even though it may be against our culture, to instill within us the true prophetic teachings and traditions. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us, to forgive us, and to keep us away from all harm. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.